Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. No. Yeah.
That would be pandering, wouldn't it? Like, I'll get the Christian vote.
Well, but that's what she does.
Yes.
That's exactly
I got
what she
hot
does.
sauce in my handbag. I got Jesus Christ. That's a double whammy because you get the Hispanic vote and you get the Catholic vote.
Wow. No, that's true. And about Islam is about the takeover of countries, about the takeover and domination of different governments. That's just what they do. That's part of their MO. That's what they've been doing forever. And you're listening to Smith Radio, smithradio.com, SMYTH. You can find us all over the place, right? At Smith Radio on Twitter and Facebook.com/Smith Radio. You go to our website, smithradio.com, and you can find live feeds of Twitter, all our shows, our past shows for the last 3 years, and live updates through Facebook. You want to be a part of the show, give a call in, 513-888-1538. We are talking about Islam and the taking over of America and how Alan West has just put it, you've got to know the enemy. Donald Trump said that he would profile to find the enemy. Many other people have come out and said, absolutely, that's the only way that you find the enemy, you profile them, and you kill them. That's just what you have to do. Alan West just pretty much said that. And there's a video that you sent me this week of Bill Whittle. Bill Whittle's
He hasn't come out with anything in a while, and it's a
this
shame.
one.
Yeah, that's a new one that just came out. But he used to come out with these videos all the time that were just awesome, and then it's been a while, right?
Right. I don't know why he's been on hiatus or whatever.
Do not know.
But he talks about. There's a couple minutes long. Let me play a little bit of this. He's talking about the Muslims and what it means about Muslims and the whole takeover. And this is what
49 people are dead in Orlando in the worst mass shooting in the nation's history. Barack Obama's initial public statement concerning this latest unspeakable horror can be summed up in just a few sentences. First, Islam, what's that? Second, easy access to guns caused the massacre. Third, we Americans are to blame. And fourth, this is just another case of homegrown extremism. The word Islam never came up during the president's initial remarks to the nation, so let me see if I can fill in just a little bit of his educational deficiency. Mr. Obama, the word Islam means submission, and the religion of Islam divides the world into two spheres. Dar al-Islam, which is the house of Islam, the house of submission, and Dar al-Harb, which is the house of war. Islam has been at war with every other religion on earth since Muhammad began his conquest. At present, Islam is at war with non-Muslims in Orlando and Paris and Brussels and Munich and Rome, and in fact in every Western country. They're at war with Orthodox Christians and atheists in Russia, at war with Hindus in Kashmir in India. They're at war with Buddhists and Hindus in Asia. They're at war with Jews in the Middle East, at war with animists in Africa, with Copts in Egypt, and Christians in Syria and Iraq, and now they're at war here. I'm rather surprised you haven't heard of them. A few months ago, a Muslim imam came to Orlando and said that homosexuals should be killed out of compassion. Now, the FBI wanted to warn gay bars about this threat, but you specifically forbade them from doing so. Why have you consistently ordered the words Islam and jihad and all the others from our intelligence briefings? Why did you tell the United Nations that the future must not belong to those who slander the Prophet of Islam? You consistently order our military to abort airstrikes against ISIS, and you order our FBI to scrub intelligence files of any Islamic references, and not even to investigate or even inform us of these threats. Now, you claim that stricter gun control laws could have prevented this Muslim mass murder. Actually, Mr. President, they have very strict laws against such so-called assault rifles in Beslan, Russia. And they have them in Paris, and they have them in Brussels. Now, it's true they don't have gun shops in Paris, but they do have, in fact, 3 mosques where military armories were packed with those kind of weapons and more.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Muslims are throwing homosexuals to their deaths from the tops of buildings.
Oh.
They're using knives to stab Jews in Israel, and they're using stones to kill not the rapist, but rather the victims of rape. You can write all the laws against guns or knives or stones or even gravity if you want to.
I love
they
that.
will find a way
Laws
to keep
against
killing
gravity.
what they hate.
Yeah.
And as we've just seen, they hate pretty much everything that's not them. So, Mr. Obama, when you do not condemn Islamic terror, when you, in fact, even refuse to mention it by name, what do you think that does to the millions and millions of kind, decent, loving Muslims in America, or around the world for that matter, who are more afraid of those murdering savages than anyone? If you will not even name these blood-soaked assassins, let alone defend all Americans, including Muslim Americans, against their butchery, why would Muslim Americans risk their necks to help their neighbors when doing so could get them killed by the same domestic savages and murderous ideology that you pretend doesn't exist here? Oh, and finally, to the gay Americans and the Jewish Americans and the American women who vote for you and your party in such large numbers, you who brag about deals with Iran as gay men are hung on construction cranes in Tehran, who sympathize with the ones that stab and blow up Jews in Israel, and who stone to death or pour acid upon or consign to a life in a movable prison half of their entire population without so much as a peep from the caring, sympathetic, and caring Obama files. What is the matter with you?
Well, it's systematic takeover of countries, and he's helping them out.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just blows my mind. I cannot fathom the motivation of just allowing.
So the 911 call come out from Orlando.
Yeah.
The transcript of the 911 call came out of the Orlando shooter. They redacted the name of Allah and redacted the name of the guy, the imam or whoever he was praising. They took that out. They took the Islam. Took all that, made it blank. And so Paul Ryan came and said, "Man, that's wrong." So they said, "Okay, we'll put it back in." The word Allah
Was translated.
is still replaced with God.
Right.
Which leads me to believe that you might have been right about that whole Christian fanatical. He's just a radical. He's like those Christians.
He's just like those Christians, right? No, that's what they wanted to do. They were hoping that because it was a gay nightclub that we can trick enough people into thinking that this was just right-wing extremism.
So the New York Post came out and blasted Obama and was just beside themselves. They went into this whole article about what was taken out and what was put in. And then it says, why did the White House just humiliate Loretta Lynch? Because she had to come out and say, hey, my bad, we did. And down in the article it says, how come the White House has sent 2 black women out in humiliation? Meaning Susan Rice for Benghazi and Loretta Lynch for this. I was like, wow, it's weird, New York Post. You bring up the color of their skin.
That they would pick that out, yeah.
Well, they're racist anyways. New York Post.
Everything has to be seen through the prism of skin color.
Right, I guess. No, but it's horrifying to know, to believe, to understand that our government is, the head of our government is literally okay with the evils of Islam.
It's like they're making excuses for it. It's like, I don't know, would you think it was wrong to characterize it as that wife that keeps on getting beat almost halfway to her death?
That's exactly what I was thinking. That is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Absolutely.
So there's a lot of people out there that would make the argument that, well, he is Muslim. He's not just a sympathizer. He's either Muslim and he's just helping them with their goals, or he hates America so much, which seems more plausible.
Right.
He hates America so much that it would make him feel good to know that he had a large part in its destruction by and the easiest way to do that would be allow as many Muslims in as possible.
Right. For him to kill Americans that's not going to go over very well. But if he can get hitmen to do it for him, they'll do. Oh, you mean these Islamists? If I bring them here, they'll start killing people and cause terror and wreak havoc. Oh my goodness! I just get a tingle up my leg. Bring them over.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. I guess you could say, are they that stupid to risk the safety and sovereignty of our entire nation to win elections, because the argument is, hey, we'll bring these poor, downtrodden people over here, and they're also ethnically not white.
Right.
So we could make them victims of the white race.
Right.
So that we could tell them that we'll protect them from these evil white people.
Correct.
The government will. And if you vote Republican, that's the white race.
You're going to get more of this.
You're going to get neglected,
suppression,
you're going to
and
get suppressed, and all that kind of stuff.
Slavery may be right around the corner.
Yeah, but we'll save you from that if you keep voting for us. That's literally what they do.
Correct. And just like, I mean, you can look at it laid out. They'll mess it all up, make it look like they didn't do it, and then tell you they're going to fix it. I'm the only one that can fix this.
Right.
And they keep getting reelected,
and
by,
for the first
by hook
time,
or by crook.
For the first time in our lifetime, somebody's coming along that's claiming to fix things that might actually be able to do it with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, even Reagan, who everybody's like, this guy's the greatest president maybe of all time, whatever. It wasn't so much about solving problems back then as it was winning the Cold War.
Right.
Protecting America from nuclear destruction from the Cold War.
My daughters asked me this morning over breakfast. They said, Daddy, has there ever been a World War III? I said, well, that's funny you ask. We are currently in World War III right now. It's just America hasn't admitted the fact.
Acknowledged it, yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been a Pearl Harbor yet.
Well, yeah, there has.
Or the sinking of the Lusitania. Well,
Yes,
there has been one, but they haven't recognized it, though. 9/11 was our Pearl Harbor.
Right,
but
and back then we used to take matters like that more seriously. Now it's kind of like, no, you don't have to worry about it.
John, we got this under control. Don't worry. We sent all these Saudis back to Saudi Arabia.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
But you got to trust me on this.
For real?
Just trust me. I know it doesn't look good.
For real.
It's like you walked in. It's like you walk in, your husband's cheating on you, and you walk in, and he's in the bed. And when he pops up, out of the bed, he doesn't have a thread of clothes on.
I know this looks bad.
And the girl in the bed doesn't have a thread of clothes on.
I know this doesn't look good.
I know this looks bad, but it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Baby, I love you. I love you.
You know I wouldn't do nothing like that. I wouldn't want to hurt you on purpose.
I know it looks like that.
Baby, she tricked me. We were just talking.
Well, what happened to your clothes? Oh, you wouldn't believe this story.
Yeah, but it's part of her
long
religion. We have to talk openly.
We had to wash it, throw in the laundry, whatever.
It was awesome sauce. It was everywhere.
We dropped awesome sauce all over our clothes. And we had to clean it. It was embarrassing. You would not believe how embarrassing
So you're
it was.
saying that the emperor has no clothes?
Literally.
Literally no clothes.
I love that word, literally. You know, my daughter says it all the time.
Oh, wow. No, I
She says it all the time for no reason.
I got to get my daughters to say something. I don't know. Yeah. That's funny. Wow.
Yeah. She'll say it for no reason. She'll be like, Daddy, literally. And she'll just start saying something. And I'm like, man, I could tell I say that word too much because she's repeating it.
Dude, that's hysterical. Yeah, well, we're wrapping up the last hour of Smith Radio. Thank you for listening. Like I said, you can find us all over Facebook.com/Smith Radio, on Twitter @Smith Radio.
Download the Spreaker app, and when you get there and you find our channel, favorite our channel, and it'll give you an alert every Sunday at 5 when our show comes on. So even if you forget about it, it'll pop up, because
Right.
I have a couple of my own shows that I watch during the week, and I favorite those shows, those channels. And every time they broadcast, I listen to them, and then on Sunday, everybody can listen to me.
Right.
And Brian, too, if they want to.
If they want to. They don't have to. Yeah. Well, tune in next week at 5 o'clock, and we will have more of all the information that you didn't get, you didn't hear. We'll make sense of it all, explain it all, and hopefully together we'll save America.
Yes, we will.
With unfathomable power.
What kind of power?
Unfathomable. It's that without fathom